Hi, this is Tina from Inner Delight, and welcome back to another Joyful Connections episode. And really, it is a great joy. I am in the location in France at the moment, staying with Stephen Marcus and Barbara Kroll, and that happens to be the son of very old grandmother, who really is Rita Marcus. Hi, Rita.
Hi, Tina. Nice to speak to you.
Lovely indeed.
Yes.
And you are in London, right?
I'm in London, yes. Yes, my home is here, just outside London.
Lovely.
And, as you say, Stephen is my son. I call him my son the doctor.
Yes.
Just stress the doctor part, you see.
Yeah. Lovely. Well, what people may or may not know, what's so exciting about being here, Stephen was telling me a bit about how veryoldgrandmother.com came into being. But I would like to ask you a little bit about that in a moment. So anyone watching, you can go to veryoldgrandmother.com and read these wonderful stories that you are sharing there. And one of the things that's amazing, I mean, here we are. You are a stylish lady and have lots and lots of life experience. And many people, when they get to be in, what do they call it, the blossoming phase of life, right? They think that they're too old to do things with computers. Well, not you. And I think that's fabulous. It's so exciting to see everything that you're doing.
Yes. Another word some people use is the old people are coffin dodgers. You heard that expression? We're coffin dodgers.
Oh my!
I have a friend who was most upset when I decided to call my blog V.O.G, Very Old Grandmother. She said, "No, you mustn't do that." She said, certainly call yourself Very Stylish Grandmother. I said, "No, I am a very old grandmother."
And a stylish one.
Yeah.
So how did the idea for the name and for having a blog come about?
I was talking to Stephen probably at one time. It was probably about 4 years ago. I've had a computer. I think it was about 10 years ago. First had the computer, but it was more recently that I started this blog, writing different things about myself. And I said to my son, to Stephen, I'm going to call it Very Old Grandmother. And we did look it up, and there were one or two women who call themselves Old Grandmother or Old Gran or something. But there isn't another Very Old Grandmother. And I'm the only one at the moment. Well, they can't pinch the name now, can they? So I started writing different things, or when I was visiting different places, I would write about them. Again, we did some trips when Stephen came to visit in London. So we did some trips out in the country to places where I hadn't even been, and we had fun. I took an old friend of mine with, who knew Stephen, and as a matter of fact, this friend is an old school friend of mine, and we were at school when we were 11 years old, and we've stayed friends ever since. Which, yeah.
Lovely.
So my blog went from strength to strength, and again the illustrations to it were done by my son, and he's promised when he comes to London again next time, which is pretty soon, he's going to show me how to put photographs and illustrations onto the blog. That's the thing I can't do. So I'm looking forward to that. I hope I can do it.
Yes, well, and it's because you have this blog that you've been connecting with people all over the world, and there is one in particular. I happen to have in my hands a copy of Advanced Style by Ari Seth Cohen. Would you like to share how this meeting came to be? And then while you're talking, I'm just going to pop up the picture here to show. Because here is you with Ari.
That was at the book launch.
At the book launch?
In May, which is in London. And a lot of the, well, of course, the press were there, and magazine representatives, and one or two of the people, women who were in the book, but the majority of the women in Ari's book are from America, New York women, most of them. Mm-hmm. And so the women who were, the women from England who wrote the book, I met one or two of them there, and it was great fun. And I met Ari actually in London, in Sloane, near Sloane Square, which is a very well known place in London. And I was meeting a friend for lunch when he was carrying his camera, and we were going to walking towards the restaurant, and he stopped me and he asked if he could take my photograph. Well, I was a little taken aback, and I wondered why he wanted to take it. So he said, I'm doing an exhibition of my photographs at Selfridges, and I would like to take yours to put it there, to take one or two photographs actually, and put them in the exhibition. So I said, well, okay, that was fine. So he was walking along actually with his mother, who was helping him.
Oh.
And he took the photograph, and my cousin of mine, she's a friend as well, said, you know, she said, my cousin has her own blog. So he said, oh really? And I said, what is the blog called? So he wrote it down, and he said, that's very interesting. So he asked for my telephone number, and he said goodbye, and that evening he telephoned me. He asked me if I could meet him in town, and we would go to Selfridges. He said he would like to take some more photographs.
Wow.
My daughter came along with me. I think she was a bit worried. I might be kidnapped or something. We went to meet him, and he took more shots of me in Selfridges. Then I don't think I saw him again until the book launch. We had been in contact on by email actually, and on Facebook. So during that 2 years, he wasn't a stranger. In the meantime, we put the photographs onto my blog that Ari had taken, and one or two more. My son came to London, and we went at that time to visit the exhibition at Selfridges. Mm-hmm. And my son took some more photographs of me at the exhibition, which we put on my blog. And after that, I had so many messages on Facebook and on Ari's blog as well, about my picture on his blog. Very complimentary, I must say. There were, I'd say, quite a few hundred messages, saying mostly, there were men who made remarks as well, but most of the women said they would love to be like me when they were my age.
Yes, you're an inspiration.
And that's how it went on. I had calls from Russia.
Wow.
Japan, Uh, a lot from America, from England, of course,
Mm-hmm.
and many faraway places.
Wonderful. Well, what I'm showing here, this is the photo that was published in the book.
That's right, yes.
Beautiful.
That was taken outside Selfridges, the side entrance to Selfridges.
Wow.
It was a lovely day in, I think it was June.
Mm-hmm.
Out June, and it was a nice sunny day, you can see.
Mm-hmm.
And I still have that dress. It was black and white. It looked as if it's navy and white, but it's black and white, and it's a very comfortable dress.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So how did your friends and family respond when they heard that you were going to be featured in the book?
Oh, they were very excited. Yes, they were. And soon after the book came out, they sold out.
Yes.
And it took about 3 months to reprint.
Wow.
Yeah, but we got it at the first print.
Mm-hmm.
Steve, 2 copies, one for himself and one for me. Very sweet of him. And now, of course, the book has gone up in price, of course, and still being printed.
Wonderful. Well, and then I hear that you were actually approached for another interview very recently by BBC Radio, right?
Right, yes. I had a message about a week ago from BBC Radio 4, and they said that they'd seen, they had seen me on Ari's blog, and they were very interested to interview me for their program, which would be at the beginning of October.
Excellent.
And this is what happened. They came, the presenter and the producer of the show, 2 young women, very charming young women, came to my home and did an interview with me. Yes. They wanted to do an interview with me for a program that was going out on Monday the 8th of October. It's a series they've been doing called the, now let me get this right. The viewers will think the poor old lady's got Alzheimer's. In the middle.
Not at all.
Yes, this is the second program they've done.
Mm-hmm.
They did a program during April, and this one is coming out in October, as I've said. Mm-hmm. And it's called The Digital Human.
Woo!
And this particular episode is called Influence. And they asked me, what influence has it had on me?
Yes.
On me. I said, not a lot. Not a lot, really, except that I can use a computer. I can record programs to watch on TV, which none of my friends can do. They can't even record a program. They can't. If they miss it, too bad.
They come and visit you and watch it at your place.
Well, if they want, they can. So, everything that really happens, people say to me, when I say I'm not bothered if I don't go out for the day, or I'm not bothered if I'm home at the weekend, they've always got something to do. And, you can get lost on your blog, on the computer. I try not to spend too much time there because you get a bit punch drunk, I think, don't you? I know my son lives with his computer tied round his neck, I think. Though these little tablets that they have now, are they the iPads? Call them
iPads, yes.
iPads. I was in Marks and Spencer, you know the store, the big store in London, well, all over London, and I was there, and all the assistants, or the cashiers, all the people at the cash desk, had these iPads, and if they wanted to find stock, they were looking it up on their iPad. Each one of them had one, and they obviously had to learn to use them, which no problem, I suppose.
So when are you getting yours?
I said, Stephen, no iPad. I don't want an iPad.
Then you can update your blog and post on Facebook, because you also have a Facebook page, Very Old Grandmother.
I have Facebook, yes, as well, and
Twitter, Very Old Gran, yes.
I don't like Twitter. It's strange. I get messages that have nothing to do with me. I don't understand it.
So it's wonderful. I think that when you're still open to learning new things, and you know, you have a wonderful writing style. I was reading through your blog and just reading a few articles. When you're writing about, there's one piece in there you wrote in March, 3 for 2, which just had me on the floor laughing. It was so funny.
Really?
Yes. Here it starts off with, there's no doubt about it, the supermarkets seem to think that we very senior citizens are stupid. And the way that you write, it's like...
Well, I write as I think.
Yes, lovely.
Oh, and I think it's clever enough. You know, I couldn't write a book. I wouldn't go to write a book.
That's just lots of little pieces like this. So, you know, for everyone who's watching, go take a look at veryoldgrandmother.com. Read through the articles and you leave a comment there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think, Rita, that you are going to be an inspiration to so many people. So many, you know, I was been traveling, and I was talking with someone the other day. I think she was in her 60s or something, and she said, "Oh no, this computer stuff is too complicated for me. You know, I'm too old for that." So then I said, "No, you have to go take a look at veryoldgrandmother.com." And just the name alone made her giggle, and she goes, "Oh, that is so inspiring." So I bet you, and then people seeing too, that because of you having the blog and sharing on there, and people being able to find you, read the stories like what's up, and seeing the book and hearing how that came to be, that is, wow, what an inspiration.
Well, I mean, if women saw that book, I mean, they'd be amazed. Some of those women, they're outlandish, aren't they?
Yeah.
The American women, particularly. I'm pretty drab beside them.
I mean, how many friends of yours can you say, or ladies that you know, have had this opportunity come up into their life, or being called to be interviewed?
Really, no.
Because do you mind sharing your age? People won't believe it.
I'm 87.
Wow! Fantastic.
I was born in 1925.
Wow.
And I think until I was about 80, I always lied about my age. I never gave the true age. And the boys, my grandsons, who have grown up now, they're 3 handsome young men. They said, they call me Mama.
Oh.
Mama, we never knew how old you were up till recently. You know, you always told us a different age, and it was never the same twice. Yeah.
So, is there anything that you would like to say to other ladies, gentlemen, what shall we say, above 60, who may be feeling daunted about all this websites and everything? Is there something you would like to say to them that might inspire them?
Well, I suppose I was fortunate to have my son teach me, you know, how everything worked and what I did. I said to him, I can't do this. I won't remember everything. So what I did do when he started, I got some exercise books and I wrote everything down stage by stage. I first learned how to send emails because I thought that would be, that would be great to do, and then everything else I wrote it down, and eventually I just managed to do things without referring to my notes, which one does, I suppose, after a while.
Yes.
But I never wanted to do it. And it's fun now. I think it's fun. And lots of people, long lost cousins, get in touch with me, and I'm in touch with a friend. I have a friend whose son lives in America, and I keep giving her news about him because he comes through on my Facebook, you see. So I tell her all about her son. Just couldn't. I mean, she can just about switch the television on and change the channel.
So what is it that really makes you the happiest? What brings you the greatest joy?
Well, when I write something and people react to it, that's great. I mean, that time when Harry photographed me and printed my photographs, and all over the world I had those comments. I mean, I grew about 10 foot tall.
Oh, what a beautiful gift. Huh? Yeah.
I said to my daughter, the tribute to me when I'm gone should say, fame came too late for her.
Oh, but that's not really true, because
I mean, if I'd written about all this rubbish when I was 30, no one would really be interested, would they?
So that's why I think it's so. This is why I think it's just so fun to connect with you and to see how your career, your second career, kicked off in your 80s. So for anyone who's out there thinking that their life is over and they've missed their opportunities, you are walking, talking, living proof that things can change just like that, and even in your 80s and beyond. So I can hardly wait to see what else is going to be showing up for you.
Well, I have to wait for the telegram from the Queen when I'm 100. Oh dear.
Lovely.
But
do you have any last words that you would like to share with people watching?
Well, I'm thrilled that people are finding so much interest in my blog. I'll try and write more. My grandsons have been most annoyed with me recently because they say, you're not putting much onto your blog this recently. And I say, well, people aren't really interested in me. And they say, rubbish. Of course they want to hear all about you, all about your life. And in fact, there's something due to go on my blog which talks about my holidays when I was a little girl.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait to read that.
We used to go to the same place every year until war started. What holidays we had. Seaside. Lovely.
Well, here's the thing, Rita. You have so many stories to share, and even though we all have that, I think, that we think, what difference does it make if I share my story? But you have such a lovely way with words, and as you hear it, when people read the stories, it brings joy. It makes people happy to read. So please keep on sharing.
And keep on watching, everybody. Keep on watching.
Yeah.
The very old grandmother's stories.
Yes.
It'll give me pleasure to know that you're enjoying them.
Lovely. Yeah. Well, thank you
Bye.
so much for your time, Rita. And again, for anyone who can get their hands on a copy of Advanced Style by Ari Seth Cohen.
You can get the book. It's a beautiful book.
Yes.
I call it a coffee table book. Beautiful book. And you can get it through Amazon. Which you can get Amazon, can't you?
Yeah, worldwide.
world, yes. So
Yeah.
I'm opposite it now, and I believe the lady on the cover is a model. She's a
Beautiful.
model.
Yeah, lovely.
That's why they didn't put me on the cover.
Oh, you're on page 28. That's a lovely
That's-
number to be on.
Yes.
Yes.
Bye-bye, and speak to you soon.
All right. Lots of
good-
love.
Bye. Kisses. Bye-bye.